If you're just like me, you have been feeling the crazy energies that have been in our face throughout these last months, and especially throughout the last month of August and including September. So I thought to come forth and explain to you what is happening because many of my clients, many of the people in the circles that I teach have been asking me these same questions. So I figured you probably have these questions too. Why are you feeling so tired? Why are you feeling so confused? How come, as you try and do what you think it's the exact right thing you need to do, if you're following your own inner guidance and your own gut, things are not quite going the way they should be going? And this brings struggle, and this brings suffering, and it brings confusion and uncertainty and frustration and anger and all those kinds of mixed emotions that have been a normal roller coaster ride of the last couple of years at least. Well, I have good news for you, and that is that through the 1111 portal coming up, and already since the beginning of September, and especially since the day September 9th, which is a 9/9 portal, we have been supporting the ushering of the energies of the 999 portal. 999 portal is the 9th of September of next year, 2025. We are ushering these energies through these smaller portals, such as 99, such as the up and coming equinox on the 22nd of September. If you want to join me in ceremony, check the link below and join me. I'd love to have you. And these smaller portals are preparing these energies to fully open through the 11th of November portal 1111. This is a big deal because throughout the year that goes from 1111 until the 9th of September of next year, we will be holding the frequency of this 999 portal, which on the 9th of September of next year is going to usher all of humanity into a new arc, a new era, literally. So if you recall in 2012, right after that whole thing that went down in 2012, then we had three really dense, rough years. Those years were the years where those energies of 2012, that big breakthrough, that moment in which we could have been in the demise of humanity or really go through into the ascension like we thankfully finally managed. Those 3 years needed to happen so we could integrate this change. And it was dense and it was difficult. And many people, including myself, got deeply sick throughout those years because our bodies couldn't manage being a transistor and a transformer for those dense energies. So then come 2015 and starting 2016, we have three very different years, 16, 17, 18. And we feel it. We have a sense of hope. Things begin to change. People begin to talk about things that before were not never discussed in public. And then we move to 1920. Pooh, the pandemic, big awakening for humanity. Many of us were shaken into realizing that life as it was not conducive to real deep joy and purpose. And as we come out of the pandemic on the 22nd of February of the year 2022, which was a 6 number twos portal, 222, 2022, which was big, we entered another cycle of 3 years, 22, 23, and 24, of really rapid ascension, which is what we have been going through. And with 999, we are closing a 9-year cycle, that cycle that started in 2016 and that will end on the 9th of September of next year, 2025. Now, this 9-year cycle has been fundamental to prepare us, to prepare our bodies, to help us lighten up the frequency of the density of our physicality and by taking us through all these trials and tribulations, by confronting us with all of the difficulties, the struggles, I like to call it the square wheel, like things move but stop, right? Like a wheel that is square, it moves to one side and it stays there, and it's frustrating and it's hard, and we're lost, and we keep seeking inside for clarity, and we keep not quite getting it. We are being granted a reprieve. And this reprieve is through the portal of 999. And the reprieve means that we're entering the frequency of the number nine. And the number nine is a number of completions, is a deep spiritual number, a number that all of the masters that ascended had as their life path number, because it's a number of mastery of all that you have learned in this and past lifetimes. But regardless of what is your life path, nine indicates a completion. And this indicates as well for us not only a completion of this preparation, but the fact that we're starting a new cycle, and that new cycle will be a cycle that will require that we bring heaven to earth. And what does it mean to bring heaven to earth? It means to really go up and begin living from that space of quantum creation, that space that is centered in our heart, that space that co-creates the new earth, the fifth dimensional reality, and bringing that to earth. How does that look? It looks like stepping fully inside of our bodies, helping our souls feel safe in our bodies, which means that is imperative that you really, really tend to your inner child. You tend to those aspects of you that have been the result of the traumas that you've lived as part of the human experience. And that through tending to those parts, you bring healing to your soul, to your mind, to your spirit, and your body, so that you can be fully embodied. And being fully embodied means to be able to feel all the feelings, to feel all the emotions, to be able to hold the frequency of whatever is coming your way and allow it to flow through you so that it moves through you. It doesn't stick in you, creating anxiety or depression or stress or pain. It moves through you so that you can fully be anchored on earth, and so that you can be managing what is happening to you day upon day without a reaction that is based on trauma, that is based on PTSD. And this journey until 999 is a journey that requires to really amp the work you're doing for yourself. Do you have a morning ritual to ensure that you're anchoring and centering yourself in your heart every day consistently? Yes? Awesome. The question is, what can you do to make it even more expansive? You don't? Awesome. Let's start one. And there's resources on my website, theawakenpath.com, link in the description, so you can download a free handout on how to create a morning ritual. What does it entail? What to do with it? It is fundamental to set yourself up for success at the beginning of the day. Do you have an evening ritual? Do you have a gratitude practice? These are simple things, but they're fundamental for you to be able to bring heaven on earth, to be able to live in your body temple and feel safe and comfortable in your own skin. And if that is not your reality, then don't worry. Simply decide to take action starting now. What things need to change for you? Do you need to change the way in which you eat? Is it okay to maybe amp your physical activity? Should I put an evening practice? Should I put a morning practice? Should I get more time of relating to the people I love? Should I get less time on screen? Should I stop numbing myself through food, drugs, games, binging of computers or binging of shows on TV? There's so much room for improvement. What matters is that you remember that any big project starts with one step. You can divide any big project in smaller chunks and then address the first chunk. Or, like my brother used to tell me, which used to make me laugh, how do you eat a big elephant? One bite at a time. Don't despair. Don't become overwhelmed. Don't think, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Choose one action, one small action. And remember, one small action can have radical consequences of beautifying your life, of making you feel more expansive, more joyful, more peaceful. Remember that planes that go from Los Angeles to New York spend literally 97% of their time course correcting their course. And you can do that too. Put a goal ahead of you and make sure you go there. And you have to course correct, then course correct. But know that 1 degree of course correction in the long run really gets you to a very different destination. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear if any of this is landing with you. I thank you so much for being here in this channel, listening to what I have to share. And please subscribe to this channel if you like what you see, what you hear, and tell me what else would you like to hear from me. Love and light.